Yeah, I think this should be a
A
topic for
separate,
another day.
yeah.
Exactly, because I know you Arsenal fans, you are itching. You guys have a lot to get off your chest, so that'll be for another day.
Yeah.
Rotimi, where's
Off.
Rotimi?
I think he
I'm
just
here.
went
Oh, I'm
out.
here. I'm here.
Okay.
Okay, okay. So Rotimi, let's come down to the business now. PSG just dismantled Real Madrid 4-0.
Yeah.
That is after beating Inter 5-0 in Champions League final, and also which
Atletico
other
Madrid.
team
Atletico Madrid.
Atleti
dismantling
Okay.
4-0.
Atletico Madrid, beating Messi and Inter Miami 4-0 in the first half.
Yeah.
This PSG team is something else. I won't say I'm scared because I'm a Chelsea fan and I know that we can. If there's
Pull off an
anybody,
upset.
if there's anybody that can beat this PSG team, it will be a team like Chelsea. You understand? So I'm not really scared, but I truly respect this team. How? Tell me how you're feeling tonight, seeing your team get into the finals.
I mean, for me, it's what you call it. I'm trying not to. I mean, I'm delighted, obviously, but at the same time, you must be humble about the whole thing. And so, which is why, I mean, we're still keeping our feet on the ground and say, see, it's not done yet. We still have to play Chelsea, almighty Chelsea that won the Champions League in 2021. Even though, I mean, it's not the same team with the
Is that a
whole.
compliment or the way you said one is in
Are you
2021? Is
taking
it? Are you?
me?
Is
Without
it? I get
without you
her
been propping
before.
your team, I guess so.
No, but I mean, you guys came and then took our manager. At that point in
I
time,
guess
I
so.
wasn't happy with management for sacking Tuchel. But I mean, he was sacked, and then you guys came and then rightfully snapped him up. And then he won the Champions League for you guys, only for you to sack him again, which was another shock for me. But I mean, it's Chelsea. You guys have gone around the managers, and then now it's Maresca. I haven't really watched the side, so I cannot say very
Yeah.
much. But I
No,
mean,
wait. Sorry, Rotimi. I don't want us to get ahead of ourselves. We are talking
mhm,
about this Madrid game right now.
yeah, yeah.
Tell me how. What do you think about this game?
Okay, no, I mean, I am delighted because before the game, Coco was saying it was going to be an easy win. For me, I was a bit apprehensive. And the reason why I was apprehensive was Pacho got a red card, and then he's been a very, very huge stalwart in defense. And then Luca Hernandez also got a red card. So that was two red cards in the game against Bayern. And so because of that, I was afraid that, what you call it, the Real Madrid with Mbappe and Vinicius and Gonzalo Garcia, they were going to cause havoc for our defense, but everything was pretty solid. The defense was tight. Lucas Beraldo, who came in for Pacho, played a fantastic game. He was not
Yeah.
perturbed. He was very calm. Hakimi, only God knows how many lungs Hakimi has. Marquinhos was there as a stalwart too. And then the little saves that Donnarumma had to do, he basically did them. Then there was a lot of space for Fabian Ruiz to operate from in the midfield. Then I mean, normally our pressing normally starts from attack. So I mean, you see how what's his name, Dembele, like what do you call it, dispossessed two defenders twice, and then what do you call it, managed to get goals from that. So it was all round. It was a fantastic performance. Then the substitutes came in. For Bradley Bacola, I'm not really impressed with his finishing. I feel like there's a bit that's still lacking in his finishing. But then he provided an assist there. So if somebody comes in and then provides an assist and that was fantastic on the ball, you cannot really reproach him for too much. So I mean, overall, it was a fantastic performance, 4-0, very clean. We've kept a clean sheet. In fact, we've only conceded one goal all tournament, and then that was
Wow.
against Botafogo. So it's showing that offensive, we have the firepower. Defensive, we're also very solid, even after getting two red cards in defense. So yeah, it's looking really good. And then I'm really impressed with this side.
Yeah. It was a very impressive win. But do you think those early mistakes made by Madrid sucked the confidence from them? Because it was up until that point, it wasn't that bad, but those two quick mistakes that was capitalized on, it really deflated that team. Shenko,
Yeah. Okay. Actually, I didn't conclude the match, but after that first 2-0, I was like, I knew this was going to happen. But to me, those two quick goals. The first was in 7 minutes. The second was in 9 minutes.
Yeah,
The PSG plays. I know Madrid. Madrid. If I'm to call Madrid, I call Madrid the Djokovic of tennis of football. They can cover anytime, any day. But with the way PSG were playing, Madrid were even lucky. It was just four. They were so
true,
lucky.
true, true, true.
They were
I
so,
think, I think, especially in the second half,
yes.
PSG,
Put
uh,
their foot
uh,
off the pedal. Yeah.
Yeah,
exactly,
yeah.
they took the foot off the gas because they could have gotten more if they wanted to. Yeah. So
I
it was. Go on,
can
go
I
on.
Madrid doesn't. Sorry, I'm saying this. If Madrid meets Barcelona 4 times next season with this team, Barcelona will still beat them 4 times again.
They wouldn't.
Madrid,
They wouldn't.
I'm being
So hopefully
really.
Xabi Alonso would have worked his magic by then.
So, sorry to cut you short, Shenko, but we were having this conversation in the group, and someone said that Alonso will be sacked, and I was like,
Too early
"What?
for
What
that.
is
Nah,
what is the
too early.
sample
It's too early.
size for that?" He basically just took over the team like a
No,
month
I
ago.
they will sack
Yes,
him.
yes.
It's
So,
just
and
like saying
then two
Enrique
of
should be
his
sacked at
starting
the beginning of the
players,
season.
No, no,
yeah,
no, can't
two of
happen.
his starting defenders were missing.
Heisen and who's the other one?
Trent, Trent.
No,
Okay,
it
yeah,
was
Trent
just
and
like
Heisen.
and
So,
Trent
and
and
even before the game started, I don't. You said you watched with DAZN. They were saying in the analysts were saying that Asensio has been very shaky in this
Yeah,
tournament. Caused a
yeah,
yeah,
penalty in the first game, got sent
yeah,
off in another. So
yeah.
it was almost like a script was already written for him to basically fail,
To make the
and that's
mistakes
what
Yeah,
he made.
happened. That's what
yeah.
happened. So I PSG will still win, but with Hoisin and Trent, it would have been
It
a
should have been,
different game.
yeah, yeah. I agree. I agree. And I think it's way too early to be giving a verdict on
please,
Alonso. It's way too early. He still has a lot of work to do, and I think they'll still get some players in as well. So yeah, so it's not done yet, but it was a very, very poor game today. Very, 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 very poor. Very poor. I experienced players making stupid mistakes. I couldn't understand what Rudiger did there.
Is this the end of
That was
Rudiger's Real Madrid career
uh,
at
I
32?
think I think it's getting to it. I think it's getting to it because it was really crazy watching him do that. So, but overall, I think PSG was just too much. It was just too much for them. I don't think, like Coco said, I don't think Madrid had any chance to win this game, but it would have been more respectable.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe they would have scored maybe a 2-1 or even a 3-1. You understand? But
Because
4-0, and they even took it easy on them. So
because I think what a lot of people don't understand, I think with football is Trent just being in that game alone. You can bash him for his defensive plays and all that, but just one ball from Trent
yeah, yeah,
is enough to completely open
Unlock
the
the
game. Like,
yeah.
PSG defense.
and we've seen that over and over and over again. So what was very, I would say, interesting for me in the game was Alonso tried to play a normal game, and PSG are not a normal team. He was trying to be a tactician too much, trying to
It was
fit all his
it was
pieces
arrogant.
into the
Yeah,
team.
yeah.
There was really no need for like Mbappe to start if he was not fully fit, and just play the same people and then overload the midfield. Since you're already taking Valverde out of the midfield, you need more runners. Jude is not going to be running up and down. Like, how many balls did he turn over? So the only person that I would say did himself any good in the game was Shrameni. He was the one running back to cover defense,
Yeah.
still tackling in midfield. Gula,
He was out of
Bellingham,
the game today. Yeah.
like they couldn't keep up with PSG, unfortunately.
No, no.
So for me, I think Madrid need to reshuffle that team. Madrid needs to get some good midfielders. Like, okay,
They already
for me,
have good midfielders. They have Kamavinga, don't worry.
No, but Camavinga has been injured and then didn't really play. But now they're also losing Luka Modric after
Modric.
having lost Toni Kroos last season.
the game, and I think he won't be back until late September or early October. So they will still miss him. Kamavinga runs around, chases the ball everywhere. Had it been he was in this game, it would have been an advantage to Madrid. But he's not. He's
I
not
think they tried. I think they
addressing the.
tried to hijack. They tried to hijack the Zubimendi deal.
Yeah, it was too late.
Yeah, but it was
No,
too
I
late.
don't think I don't think that is true. Actually, it
No,
it,
it's
it
true. It's
that
true.
Madrid were in.
Yeah, yeah. They wanted to get to get
Both
Zubimendi,
Madrid and
but it
Liverpool
was
wanted to get him.
They would have gotten him. If Madrid were in, they would have gotten him.
No, I
he had
mean,
already signed at the time. He had
when
already
contracts have
signed at
already
the
been
time.
signed, it's not very easy
Yeah.
to
It's
unsign them.
not easy. But I get what you're saying. I think Madrid still needs someone in that midfield because losing someone like Modric and like you said, losing Cruz the the previous year and they did not really replace them. Obviously it will tell after some time. You understand? But they still have good players, but a team like Madrid, you need a constant supply of like world class players.
Yeah, they will be
And
good
and I
against
also and I
normal
also
teams.
agree. I also agree with Schenko that this Madrid team will lose 4 out of 4 against Barca. I can't see them beating Barca this season with this team. But from now till when the transfer window ends, I'll see what they'll do. And also Alonso will have time to work on them and then we can see. But looking at the team right now, I really can't see them beating Barca at all. At all.
I mean,
The
when
players
you
will go
watch
for their
the
break.
Yeah, go ahead, Tolu.
Madrid and PSG game, it's like they've switched places. You know, you remember PSG too when they had Neymar, Messi, Mbappe,
Mbappe.
and the Queen team wasn't
Ah,
quite,
ex-
solid.
Connected.
When you watch both of them today, it's like they've switched places now. Madrid is now that team that
Yeah,
they've got this flurry of superstars,
yeah.
and they haven't quite found how exactly they want to play the connection because it's not a case of oh they are missing Arnold. I mean they still have Valverde on the pitch, Bellingham, Gula, Mbappe, Vinicius. They had Rodrigo on the bench. I mean they had flurry of big players, So it's just the same thing that's been worrying them throughout last season. They haven't quite figured out how they want to play. And I think it's a task for Xabi Alonso to figure that out. And you have to give him time. I mean, you're not just going to expect a manager to figure it out in 2 months exactly the player's capabilities, what he wants, and all of that. So you have to give him a bit of time. Let's see them again in December, and we can see if Madrid is good to go. I must say, I will not forgive PSG if after
What did we do?
dispatching Arsenal, Liverpool, Inter Milan, Madrid. You
If you don't beat
guys do
Chelsea,
not put at least four, minimum of four, past Chelsea. I no, it will not be funny. At
Well,
Tolu,
least
that's
four.
that's
Tolu, remove
that
your mask. You be like saying that damn they talk.
that's that's the perfect that's the perfect
eh,
segue. That's the perfect segue into the next section. Now, let's